Welcome to another episode of the I Am Undeniable podcast. I'm your host, Alex Sundar, and I'm here to drop some major fucking bombs of perspective on how to become unbreakable in your mind, body, and soul. Welcome. What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's episode. In today's episode, I'm going to actually be talking about how you need to put the work in. I think one of my goals is to literally put my brain into my voice and speak it out. And I'm honestly just really excited to do that on the podcast. Like I said before, I'm doing this every day for the next 30 days. I think this is number 12 or 11 or 13, something along those lines. And it really kind of brought some inspiration to me about how you need to put the work in. And there's like so many dualities when it comes down to work ethic nowadays. You got two sides of the coin, right? You got that hard work, hustle, grind mindset. And then you got the other side, which is what I like to call more woke culture or other people where they're like, you don't need to put in the work. You can relax. You can take your time. You can be happy. And I'm going to give you guys a perspective from both ends on exactly how to frame yourself when it comes down to defining what hard work is. Because at the end of the day, it is all perspective. Now, let's go look at the two sides of the coin. There are people who will like to work hard, and there's people who don't like to work hard and they want to relax a little bit. There's nothing wrong with either one. It just depends on what you want at the end of the day, right? It's like working out. If you want results, you are going to have to put the work in. That's just the truth. And then there's some people when it comes down to working out who want the results without the actual effort, right? Or we're thinking that if I don't put the work in, I'm not going to get the result that I'm looking for. Well, what happens if I told you both perspectives are wrong? What happens if I challenge your belief system a little bit on this episode? Like, the goal of my podcast is to teach you how to be your most undeniable self. I'm going to give you all the knowledge that I can to do that. But what happens if I can show you how to put the hard work in without making it feel like overall stress or hard work? What happens if you can put the work in and actually get results that you're looking for? What happens if I can teach you how to scale back and give your body an opportunity to rest and relax without feeling the pressure that you need to grind all day? Wouldn't that change your perspective a little bit? Wouldn't that change your perspective on actually how to get results when it comes down to income, health, wealth, and relationships? Because I see that for myself, right? I'm quite a busy person. I put in tons and tons of hard work every single day. But most of the time, it doesn't feel draining on my body. It doesn't feel stressful on my body. And let me talk about why that is. Now, what I'm actually going to be talking about today is at the end of the day requires hard work, right? At the end of the day, no matter what you want or what goal you're trying to strive for, it is going to require effort and work to accomplish. Now, the definition of work is what you need to change. Now, sometimes when people work super hard, they're grinding their butt off, they're pushing themselves, it's very egotistical. Right. So what I mean by egotistical, it's because of some traumatic event or something that happened where you have a negative viewpoint on hard work and you got to push. And if you're in that scope of that negative mindset of where, like, you know what, like, I need to fill my own cup. I need to fill my worthiness. I need to fill, my own stressors from hard work alone. You're going to burn your body out completely. Versus someone who is working hard and getting results while still having time towards themselves. Now that definition of, like, you know what, I can work hard, but I'm defining it and my perspective on it is completely different. I'm working hard because I choose to work hard. I'm working hard not because I need to fill a need, but it's because I want to. I want to get success because I want to. It's a completely different viewpoint. So I'm going to explain it in terms of working out for me, because I am a fitness coach. I have a fitness business. And I think a lot of y'all will fucking relate to this. And you can apply this concept to business. You can apply this concept to relationships. You can literally apply this concept to almost anything. So when I first started working out and I was really into fitness, and I was like competing on bodybuilding shows, I wanted to compete in martial arts, I was hitting PRs, I was an absolute unit in the gym. It was a lot of it was honestly out of insecurity, right? I was never big enough. I was never strong enough. I had to be better than the person next to me. I had to, like, show up my friends, my family members, that this is what the fuck I'm doing. Right. And it really put me in a place of stress. Right. Because now I'm trying to mask the actual pain that's going on. I'm masking the problem. And there's a little popular topic in the fitness world, right? I'm fighting my fucking demons when I'm in the gym, right? That's the problem. The problem is that you're trying to fight your own personal demons in the gym. And we can apply that same concept to work. You're working so much so you can't think because you're running away from fighting your demons, right? You do that from going from relationship to relationship to relationship, or you're afraid to break up with the person to be alone, right? Even though it's a toxic relationship for you because you're afraid to fight your own demons, right? You can apply that concept in so many different aspects. Now, what I actually did to essentially like overcome or flip my perspective on that is that I hired a couple coaches, and something that I dived into was something called shadow work. Now, what shadow work is, it's looking at your own personal triggers, how to like look at things about your personality, your mindset, to kind of like really take a deep dive into it, uncover where that perspective on how you view things comes from, and judge it based on, is that a negative or a positive reaction? And if it's a negative reaction, how can we change it to make it positive so you're not burning your own ship anymore? So you're not burning out. So you're not running away from the problems that are going to eventually add up and break your body down, right? So this is a lot more of an advanced method, a lot more an advanced theory. But at the end of the day, if you don't deal with your fucking problems, you're going to be so wound up and so stressed out all the time, like your body will break. Stress is an actual thing. There's studies done on stress. You carry that shit around. Like you can even retain water on your body from stress, right? So again, it's a lot of it is just perspective at the end of the day. But you can still do the same things of stuff that you love to do. You just got to change your perspective. So once I actually did the shadow work, and shadow work takes a lot of work, right? Inner child work, all that stuff. We all, at the end of the day, like some people hear inner child. Like I heard that shit for the first time. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's ridiculous. That's stupid. But what I actually understood, that if I want to become undeniable, if I want to become a better leader, if I wanted better relationships, if I wanted to make more money, if I wanted a better physique, I need to tackle this shit, the bottlenecks that's holding me the fuck back. That is just the truth. Like if you're sitting in this position and someone's giving you the solution and you're not willing to listen, that's fucking on you, right? So I was given the solution. I stepped into that solution and I applied the knowledge. I applied the work. I applied looking at the triggers, where this shit came from my childhood. Like, why am I chasing this? Why am I chasing a business? Why am I the person that I am? Because once I kind of understood that foundation of where things came from, now I can make changes. Now, when I made those changes, I literally went from a super stressed out person, so fucking wound up. It's like I had a stick up my ass because how wound up I was, to all of a sudden having no stress. No stress. I have a lot of shit going on. And my girlfriend tells me this all the time. Like, you're so frustrating to be with sometimes because you're just so calm. And I'm like, how's that a problem? Right. But that's a story for another day. Right. That's my perspective on it. And I'm super, super calm on a lot of things. And it's because my perspective on things changed. Things that used to frustrate me, like getting cut off in traffic, and I fucking road rage. I'm like, fuck this person. You cut me off. Fuck you. Like, you never even waved. You never even apologize. To now, all of a sudden, just not giving a shit about it because it does not impact or affect my day. All of a sudden, I can look at food, look at food that I used to have cravings for, and now I don't crave those things. It's just perspective, right? Now, the fact that when I go in the gym, I'm not doing it from an egotistical place. I'm actually chasing it for a different reason. And now I'm not fighting my demons in the gym. I'm now developing myself as the best possible version of myself. It's a fucking different scenario. I'm growing my business because, like, I want to be successful. I want to earn money. I want to provide impact. But now it's not to feel my emotional insecurities and my own needs. Now I'm doing it because I truly, truly, truly want to impact that one person, right? So it's a perspective shift. And that's what you guys need to do, is that you can put as much work into it as possible. We have a lot of fucking hardworking people out there, tons of hardworking people out there, but they're not successful. It's all perspective at the end of the day. It's all perspective on how you view things. It's all perspective on how you change things. And you got to ask yourself this: if you would have already accomplished the goal that you were trying to accomplish, like, let's say drop 30 pounds, you already would have fucking done it. You already would have done it. It's not the fact that you need to put more work in. It's not the fact that you need to find the perfect diet plan or the perfect fucking workout plan. You need to change who you are. You need to change your perspective. You need to change how you view things. Because once you change your perspective and how you view things, all of a sudden sticking to the right nutrition plan becomes significantly easier, because those little triggers that are constantly affecting your state of being, they don't matter anymore. Imagine that. You can wake up in the mirror and not be stressed out about what you see. Imagine that, when you can step on the scale and the number doesn't bug you. Imagine that you have such a busy schedule, like with your work, with your family, whatever the fuck is going on in your life, and working out's non-negotiable. It's easy for you to show up for yourself. Again, it's all perspective. You got to change the way you view things. And if you can change the way you view things, things change. But it only happens from you putting the work in. Nothing comes easy. And that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's all perspective. Thank you guys for tuning in today's episode. Hope you guys got a ton of value. If you want more value, give me a follow on my Instagram, Alex Sundar Fit. Let's connect, and we'll see you tomorrow.